Now, I understand the residents' concern. I imagine most of them, when asked for their address, can barely bring themselves to give it. Such would be the shame. But they should be careful what they wish for. What's worse, the embarrassment of living in Prince Andrew Avenue, or the inconvenience, if it's renamed, of having to write your address as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor Avenue. These people seriously need to take a nap. No one is connecting their street with a sex predator. The postman isn't refusing to deliver the mail, and Google Maps hasn't cancelled them. Surely residents of Prince Andrew Avenue in Layla, Victoria, have bigger things to worry about. Freya?
Oh, totally. Look, from Prince Andrew, was it poor judgment? Yes. Did he lie about his relationship with Epstein? Yes. Did he cover it up for way too long? Yes. Is he a complete dropkick? Yes. But also, the Met Police did investigate these allegations twice. They never pressed charges. The FBI similarly investigated them after Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted. Again, no criminal prosecution there. So we do have to remember, yes, he's stupid. Who knows what he got up to with Epstein? I don't really want to know, to be perfectly honest. But we can't overreact, and this is just going way too far.
But, I mean, look, the guy is as dodgy as they come. I'm sorry. Why did they settle with Virginia Giuffre? You don't settle cases that you think you're going to win, because you'll get your legal costs back on the way through. You settle because you either can't be bothered going through the process, because even though you may well come out the other side a winner, there's other stuff that'll come out as collateral damage and you don't want that to come out, or you think you're going to lose. So, I think we can read into why that case was settled. But I can understand why the good people of Lawler are worried about living on Prince Andrew.
What?
Yes, I'll tell you why. I dead set think it would devalue properties on that street.
No.
I genuinely...
No one is thinking like that.
I think people would. I think people would look at it. And there are people who would look at that and go, I don't want to live on Prince Andrew Avenue. I mean, for one thing, he's not even Prince Andrew.
Wait, I have a question.
I genuinely think it would devalue properties.
Do you really think that when people are purchasing a house, they take into consideration, what's the name of this? I like the house, but I couldn't live in a street named that.
They absolutely take into account the name of a suburb, right? Because it has a connotation attached to it. Now, there are parts of... No, this is legitimate. You're looking at...
Yeah, but that's because of things like crime or because of, lack of access to facilities, not because it's associated with a bloke who lives a million miles away.
No, but the point is that even if the external elements are not true. For instance, there are suburbs where one end of the suburb has a big problem and the other end doesn't.
Yeah.
And people regularly petition, and are often successful in doing so, to have their section of the suburb renamed because the rest of it gives it a bad name. No problem with the properties they live in. Now, I reckon there are people out there who would look at Prince Andrew Avenue and say, I don't want to live there.
I don't think anyone else is as invested in this story as we are. I don't think the average punter's going out looking at a property and getting outraged by the Prince Andrew name. But it's not only Prince Andrew that's in the firing line. Prince Harry may be next. The British Parliament is looking at giving the King more powers to be able to strip his family members of their royal titles. And one royal insider has cautioned that he thinks Prince Harry could be the next on the chopping block.
People in Harry Street are going to be outraged.
They will be, the disgraced prince. And they think that when William takes the throne and becomes the king, he'll be axing Prince Harry's royal titles. I mean, to be fair, after the allegations he made about William and Kate in the book The Spare, accusing William of physical violence, accusing Princess Catherine of racist remarks towards Meghan, I don't blame Prince William for feeling incredibly frustrated.
I don't like this. Have you got siblings?
Yes.
Okay, have you ever felt vindictive towards your siblings because they said something or did something that annoyed you?
Never in my life.
You haven't, but the rest of us have, right? So to allow the king or the future king the power to strip his brother of his royal title because of what essentially is, let's face it, there's been no criminal behaviour. It's a family feud. That's a terrible power to give.
But Harry...
And would set a horrible precedent.
Harry and Meghan use the royal family for financial gain while simultaneously disparaging it, sullying its good name, destroying its reputation in public. They should have their royal titles fully stripped.
King Charles uses his royal title to push progressive causes like climate change and
if I wasn't such a conservative, I'd be mad at that as well, but I'll give him a pass
so my
because he's
point
the
is,
king.
once you start playing that game, whoever's got power starts stripping everybody else of their titles based on their subjective opinion of their behaviour.
At the risk of having a spike up my bottom for sitting on the fence, I can see both sides of it because I am uncomfortable with the idea that you can take away what is an hereditary title, right? Because it is meant to be that is, regardless of anything else in the world, you are born into that and that is yours for life. It cannot be taken away from you. It is inalienable. Because otherwise you could potentially have a bad actor who says, well, I'm going to knock that fella out of the line because I don't like the way he does things. And that's not the way the royal family is meant to operate. But when the title is bestowed upon you when you are born, you're sort of locked into a job for life. And you have that title on the assumption, whether you like it or not, and basically everyone else before him has managed to fulfil this role. Whether you like it or not, your job is to be in public life as a member of the royal family, to represent the royal family and to represent the people of the Commonwealth. Everyone else has managed to do that. And Harry, on the advice of his wife, presumably, decided to abandon his post. So there may be an argument that if you have abandoned the job that you took up as prince, why should you be entitled to continue using that title? You're not actually fulfilling the role of prince. You're not doing anything for the royal family. You're not doing anything for the people of the United Kingdom or the Commonwealth. You're living in America, feathering your own nest. So why do you get to still be a prince?
Is he called a prince before he starts doing royal jobs?
Well, he is born into the royal.
Correct. So if you are a prince before you do any of your royal duties, why do you stop being a prince if you cease to do royal duties? You're not a prince because you start to do. You're a prince, as you said, because you're born that way. So whether you're doing or not doing shouldn't count. I don't think Harry's behaviour is acceptable, but he's still a prince, for better or worse.
Yeah, I take your point. That's my issue with the idea that you could take it away willy-nilly because you are born into that role. But it is a role. I mean, yes, you are a prince that is bestowed upon you when you were born, but there are other things that come with it that you are expected to do, and, well, Harry just doesn't seem to want to do them.